looked in the mirror and somebody said, wake up, wake up. It's time for you to lose the blues, and this is a very special treat. Tell it to everyone you meet that life is all for living and love is all for giving. So this is a very special day. Tell it to everyone along the way that this is a very special day. Early this morning with gloom on my head. Had a big feeling to climb back in bed. Then I looked in the mirror and somebody said, wake up, wake up. It's time for you to lose the blues, and this is a very special treat. Tell it to everyone you meet that life is all for living and love is all for giving. So this is a very special day. Tell it to everyone along the way that this is a very special day.
And a very special morning. It is a wonderful Wednesday. That means my partner in crime, my co-host this morning, Bradley Gilbert. Good morning, Bradley.
Good morning, Becky.
Over at Walmart. And anyway, looking good over there at Walmart. The parking lot's going strong, and people are getting to their stuff this morning. And,
Yes.
And I always look over there and see what all's going on. You know?
Yeah. It's like, hey.
Need to check out.
Yeah.
Check it out, Walmart. All right, in the hot seat this morning, we do have, and we're so happy to have her, and really got her because of fall break, but we're excited about that. We have our Renee Lewis. Good morning, Renee.
Good morning, Becky.
From McDonald's.
Yes.
How can you be wrong by starting off a morning with McDonald's in the house?
Oh,
I mean,
that's
get it
a
out.
win. That's a win.
It is the way, you know. This right here is my McDonald's coffee. I start off every morning with my Keurig, you know. It's what I gotta have, you know.
It's a good thing you guys are not on this side of town, because I'd be there at lunch and breakfast.
Well, we tried to get there.
Well,
we want,
we would,
be,
but it's like driving by.
dangerous.
You can't drive by without.
No.
You know. I will say, you know, you and I talked about our Big Mac love affairs, but I'll tell you, there's a lot of times that there's nothing better than a fountain drink from McDonald's.
They
I
are.
mean,
They
you just
yeah.
getting ready to go on a road trip. My friends and family make fun. They're just like, well, let's go through McDonald's, you know. So.
See, I'm really excited because I'm a Coke Zero person, and now we have Coke Zero.
Do you really?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, I did not know this, because
I'm really
I was excited when Diet Dr. Pepper came, and I'm a Diet Coke guy. Now,
we
Zero,
know your inventory. Yeah. Look at
I noticed that.
So, another reason. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Well, you guys get tired of seeing me, Brad. Come on.
No,
Coke Zero,
not at all.
somebody else.
And they get happy. They're nice.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
really good.
Yeah.
And I really brag on
they
them
are.
all the time.
Yeah.
And they, you know, they just are just so, you know, when they hand you that food or hand you that drink, they're just happy. And I want to be happy, and I like happy people. And I like that.
Yeah.
You know, I actually was sitting at it. We were actually at something. It was actually a seminar, and they were talking about, and they were using McDonald's as an example. And they said happy meals, happy. I mean, red and yellow, happy colors, happy. You know. And that's always, and it makes the fountain drink. Now, you know there's some secrets to this.
Yes.
You know very good and well. Wow.
Now that's the real science. That's
exactly.
where you use the real science.
Yeah.
Becky's going to crack it one of these days.
I know all about that. Those little tricks, and I'm a part of those. I like them.
Yeah.
That good. It's the actual this filtered water that makes them so good. Because everybody's like, they're so much better. Well, yeah, because they use the filtered water. They use the good stuff. Yeah.
You got it. Good stuff.
It's the good stuff. It is, yeah. You guys got it. You know that. All right, Bradley, we got to thank our sponsors.
All right, we've got Meadowview Healthcare, Walmart, Salem Crossing, Hoosier Upland, Celebrity Home Loans, Dr. Blacksize, Surgery, Dr. Mindy Gunn, and Fox Lee Wealth Management.
All right, and we are going to be talking about McDonald's today, which I'm loving. We're going to find out some new stuff. Renee's going to keep us enlightened. We might even figure out. I told her let's do McDonald's trivia because I think Brad and I think we could win that. I don't think I know we could.
It has to do with 10-piece nuggets with hot mustard and sweet and sour both, and you dip each nugget in both. I'm sorry.
Maybe we need to have a taste test someday and to work on some of the
that,
sauces.
that spicy hot mustard, this is.
And you
said,
then
it's a happy day for mom. I was so embarrassed. I was kind of embarrassing. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But no, and you dip in both sauces. Oh, see, that's the other thing. If you're going on a road trip with me, you can count on 10-piece nuggets and a drink.
And
Count on, and probably fries too.
Yeah. Well, I thought this was
Definitely
cute.
fries.
There was a couple here, and if they're listening, they listen every morning, and they were here. They stopped by to say hi, and they said on the way home, because they don't live here, but anyway, they said on the way home we're going to go to McDonald's and get us some some chicken nuggets to eat on the way home. And I said, well, that's a cute little date time,
Yeah.
when you were like country cruising or
Yeah.
driving around, just grab you some nuggets. I'm telling you, it's a good thing.
Nuggets and fries are so easy to eat on the road.
Yes.
Compared to your burger, when things fun, it's just that it goes together.
And Jeannie's listening this morning, of course, and her thing is every time you go shopping with Jeannie, it was large fry and a drink on the ride to go shopping. It's perfect. It's just perfect, and everybody's fine.
Bit of boost you need.
Yeah. Can't go wrong. Sorry.
Oh, and then we have that big fry. I know we have that big fry discussion because as soon as we go through the drive-thru, my husband wants to grab a fry, and I'm like, I roll that the bag down, and he's like, because he said you got to eat them hot and fresh,
That's what they are.
I know, but
you and I agree with this. We talked about roll that bag down because even though it's a drive-thru, go home and you can still have family time after going. I mean, it's still a good family meal, right? So I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I lose to the 16-year-old a lot. It's just like, I know.
You have to get an extra order so that can be. I mean, you have to compromise. Life's about compromise.
Yes,
You can't win every battle. You got to pick your battles. So I just get an extra order of fries. Have at it. And then, I'll look away. I can look over here. There's other scenery to see.
Yeah, but don't ever. You gotta hold the bag and keep track of that because people will pretend, give me my fries, and then they get a few out of yours, and then they take their whole thing. And it's just like,
I actually was eating with someone.
I'm sorry, we digress on this, but this is important.
This is true. So I was with someone eating. Okay, so we had our meal, and they took, like my Big Mac and their Big Mac or whatever, and they took the fries, both fries, and they dumped them together.
Oh,
No.
Party of the fries.
There's such a big pile of fries. I was like, no, you're going to be eating my fries because they ate a lot faster than I did. No, we.
See, our family, we're lucky. Well, I should say I'm lucky because I like them extra crispy. I like the golden crunch. My husband and son like them where they're not. They say I burn them. And they like it where they're lighter and they're just that soft. It's like no. So ours has to separate. Don't touch my fry.
Well,
no, it's got to be well done. I agree with you.
Yeah,
you can make fries all the time.
Oh, yeah, and there's nothing like it whenever.
It's got to be able to withstand like a ton of ketchup.
Oh.
And not move, but have that crunch and that heat and then the ketchup. I'm just telling you.
Yeah.
The love is real.
You're doing it right. Okay?
I'm living my best life.
You are living
right?
your best life. And it's funny, the attention to detail, and when you walk in and you order, and then you see them, they take the fries and they dump them, and then they put a little salt on, and then they scoop them up, and then they put them in your bag.
Yeah.
Like, those are coming to me. Oh,
yes.
Hallelujah.
Yes.
Right? Yeah. Nothing like it, yeah. We used to do it after ball games, and, when McDonald's first, came to Salem, it was kind of fun because, you didn't see those golden arches, when you're on, maybe on vacation or whatever, and when we got the golden arches, hello,
I remember when McDonald's first came to Salem, I was working out at Delaney Park, and we had been working all day, and that Friday night we decided, hey, after we all get off work, we're going to go to McDonald's, and it's the best Big Mac ever. Just the fact that it's in your hometown.
Oh, yeah.
It's never been there, you know. It's just like
arches just stay lit all day long. Come on.
It's like, oh my gosh, yes.
Well, I remember. I was at cheerleader camp. And they were doing like the black topping or whatever. I came back. It was gone a week. And it was just like amazing how ready it was, ready to go, Mm-hmm. And then, of course, after ball games, you always go and, you get those and you sit down in those booths and just,
Oh, yeah.
great fond memories.
And this, like, cruising on the weekends, you
Oh.
just constantly drove by it
Yeah.
and then drove through.
It was on the lap.
It was on the lap, yeah.
Oh, and then how did my car go right on
Well,
there?
wait a minute, what happened?
It didn't take long for it to learn to automatic. I mean,
That's true.
you don't even know sometimes that
my
you're
car
already in
always
there.
pulls over.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
it pulls
It's
to that
like-
side. Are we not going? Are we
Yeah.
going? Are we
Bumper
going
sticker,
in?
we'll
Yeah.
break for McDonald's, that type of stuff. Yeah. No, I mean,
We're
that was,
not joshing
that was
you.
great
This is the
times.
truth,
That was
Renee. We didn't do
memories,
this.
you know.
Yeah, this is stuff. This is real. This is the real deal here.
There's a lot of things that go on in life, but around here it's like, do you remember where you were when
McDonald's
opened? You do. You do.
I
I remember
I do.
all day sitting there in that lifeguard chair,
Every day,
and just,
yeah.
just like, I cannot wait. And people
Yeah.
are like, well, do you want something to break? No, just stay away from me. You know, I'm going to stay hydrated, and because we're going to McDonald's.
We're going to
After a week.
McDonald's. Oh, yeah.
Like walking out, heading
Oh,
to McDonald's.
yeah. Well, I thought it was so. Okay, it was. I thought it
Sorry.
was so great that I could live in a community that I could get a Big Mac when I wanted to. I mean, that's it.
That
You know
is
what I mean?
the thing.
No,
That's
it
a
is.
big
You know what I mean?
thing.
Yeah,
Yes, it
yeah.
really is.
My dad would always laugh because we'd be like on vacation and like you see the Golden Arches, Big Mac attack, because that was a big thing, Big Mac attack, and and then when I could have a Big Mac attack right here, it's like
Yeah.
that's about golden. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so now, yes, Renee, we got more to talk about. We are not done talking about McDonald's, but today is the 12th day of October. It is, we got to try to get a little bit of rain. Did you see a little bit of drip
Yeah,
and
it's
drop, So I think that's what's supposed to happen today, which will cool us off, which is okay. We do need that. We're still in a burn ban.
Yes.
So,
And I believe that even after the
Yeah.
rain, we'll still
Yeah.
be in a burn ban, right?
yes. And so, unless we get
Yeah.
unless we get quite a bit. So,
They're saying
yeah.
it doesn't look like
Yeah.
it's raining.
Yeah. So I was actually at Walmart yesterday, and there was a lady in front of me, and she had the marshmallows, and she had the chocolate, and she was making the s'mores with, that banner day. But I thought, we got to be so careful because we're under the burn ban,
Yeah.
But maybe she was going to make them in a microwave.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We used to make them over the stove, the burner of the stove. Mom had a little bitty stick just for that.
Yeah. Well, I love a good s'more, and
Yep.
I'm not knocking that, but if you do, you just got to be so careful because the burn ban is going on, and right now everything's so dry. So we just need to be careful out there. No anything to happen. Okay, this is cookbook launch day. Okay, Bradley, do you look at a cookbook?
I do some, yeah.
Okay.
There's some that I like.
What about you, Renee? Yeah. I'll look to see the ingredients, and then I'll just do my own.
I like the pictures just to see. Okay, I eat with my eyes, and that's.
Yeah.
Does mine look anywhere the way it's supposed to? Or
Have you ever seen that on Pinterest where it's like, their
Oh,
version
yeah,
and
their
then your version
yeah.
is like
Epic fail.
Yeah.
Or epic,
Or
nailed it.
nailed
Just say
it, yeah, that nailed
it,
it,
and it's
yeah,
like,
that's-
it looks like, yeah.
I do, and I used to work with a lady, and she would like advertise her cookbooks. I mean, she loved cookbooks. Like that was like her, like just going through the cookbooks and looking, and I loved that. I thought that was so cool. You know what I mean? And like going through the different recipes, and you see all of, and especially like when there's a community one, and you see the different people, So I have one in the community, and it's for the Mississippi mud pie.
Mm-hmm.
Those are dangerous. Because we say the word chocolate. Yeah. Okay, cookbook launch day. Emergency nurses day. Hats off to all of our emergency nurses. You talk about the rock stars.
Yes.
And all that they do, and and yeah. And there's nothing like it when there's an emergency, and then there's someone there to greet you. It's like the cavalry is tanks.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You hate when you're in an emergency, you hate something going on, but boy, when you get... So hats off to the emergency nurses. We salute you. Free thought day.
That could be dangerous.
We do a lot of that.
Or does that mean, hey, I'll give you a thought and it's free?
Oh, there you go. We always give you thoughts.
We're willing.
Whether you want to or
share,
whether
yeah,
or not.
so we don't
Yeah,
touch
yeah.
it. Yeah.
International Moment of Frustration Scream Day. You know how I'm thinking of a little cartoon, little dog would run up on top of the hill and scream, ah! I think as parents, I think you do that every now and then.
Oh.
We just gotta run outside and say, ah!
Driving to work, just roll the windows down.
Yeah.
Not that I've ever done that. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Hear that screaming?
Yeah.
That's Brad going by.
Brad's on his way to work.
International Top Spinning Day. I love like the spinning tops.
still into that.
They are. They are. They've come back, haven't they?
That and Slinkies.
Oh, Slinkies are really out. Yeah. National Bring Your Teddy Bear to Work and School Day. Hey, they had that. They had that not long ago. That's like we've already done that. No. Nobody wants to see
Some
your.
people see your teddy bear with one eye.
Yeah,
and
nobody
the
wants
arms
to see
coming
that.
off.
That's
no.
just nobody wants to see that.
No.
No.
Just for home.
It's special to you.
It can be National Teddy Bear Day, but leave it at home.
Yeah,
Don't
leave it at home.
take
Nobody.
it.
You know, when somebody like shows you that, and you're like, oh, that's nice.
Yeah, and they're like, "Do you want to hold it?"
No, I do not want to hold that.
That's your teddy bear.
No. National Farmers Day. Hats off.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And we were just listening right before Coffee Club to, that I can take a ride in my big green tractor. You know what I mean? So,
absolutely. And one thing, be careful. They're in the fields and
They
stuff,
are.
and it's making the deer move and things
Yes.
like that. So.
boy, are they ever.
Yeah, and plus with as dry it is, it's hard to see and stuff.
Yeah,
They're-
definitely. So, hats off
They're
to our
really
farmers.
working right now.
Yeah, and I'm telling you right now, when you get behind a farmer and you need to be respectful. They're who feeding us. You know what I mean?
Yep.
They're the ones doing it, and we thank them and we appreciate them so much. National Fossil Day. Okay, that's cool. Ooh, National Gumbo Day. I love gumbo.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm there.
Renee, you like gumbo?
I don't think I've ever had it.
Well, we need to go.
I don't
Let's
think
do
so.
this.
Yeah, gumbo.
If I have, I did know it.
Wonder like more of the like New Orleans stuff. I wonder if McDonald's has gumbo on the menu. Gumbo on your Big Mac. Spray a little.
Fries with gumbo would be good.
Wow, why would it not?
Really good.
Oh, I can just see the wheels turning.
Yeah. Go ahead.
You want
and
your
use
gumbo on a bed of rice? Nope. Fries, please.
that. Yeah.
No, I mean that would be good.
I
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Ooh. Pour it over your
Tomato
fries.
base, got all the spices and
Really
everything. Can't
nice.
go wrong.
Yeah. National Pet Obesity Awareness. I'm like so. I've got a bulldog.
It's just like, yeah, okay.
Well, we call her the house hippo. You know.
Yeah.
She just moves at her own speed. She does her own thing. It's
That's okay.
You know.
That's
And
she's living her best life.
she is. And we work on it. She really doesn't eat that much. It's got to be in your genetics.
Yeah, it's just like, I'm eating a lot of salads, but it's just not working. It's an attitude.
I know. Oh yeah, she's got
I'm
one.
still going to move
She's
slow,
got one,
and I'm
yeah.
going to
Oh,
retain.
yeah, it's
I'm
completely-
retaining water weight.
It's completely. And when she does get up a little bit of speed, her ears go back. She's coming for it. The house is moving.
Oh, let's see the stealth mode. Watch out.
It's true. It's true.
It's like one of those car commercials. The wind is blowing over.
The house hippo's moving. So it's National Pet Obesity Awareness Day. Okay. All right. Maybe they're just large, big bone,
Yeah.
National Savings Day. Okay. National Stop Bullying Day.
That should be every day.
That's every day. And
Just
I
be
think
nice.
the more awareness,
It's simple.
the more we talk about it. And, sometimes people bully, they don't realize it.
Yes.
So we need to make sure that everybody realizes it, and how it makes the other person feel and something. And words are so valuable. What comes out.
Yeah. And it's just be nice,
Yeah.
If you're just nice about things to people you disagree with or don't know or don't understand, just be nice and it helps a lot.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, for sure. It goes a long, long way. And I know in school, Renee, because Renee, you work with the school, and I know every school is really trying to stay on top of that. It's hard and it's difficult, but I'm really happy that our schools are really trying to recognize and trying to.
That's the step. They're recognizing. They're actually opening their eyes now.
Yeah.
Back in our time, you just,
Oh, no,
there was
no.
nothing said
Yeah.
or done. But there's different ways to get help, and it's just making sure that the kids use it. That's getting them to step up.
Yeah. Well, and I had a few years ago, I had a little panel, and I had the different schools, all three of our county schools, and some students, and some said they didn't realize they were bullying. You know what I mean? Like if there was something that was said that was not nice to someone, and you even laugh, that's part of it. You know what I mean? It's just teaching and learning, how you're making someone else feel, and which is important, you know.
And it's not just a big school problem. It's in our little schools.
Oh, it's
That's
every
what people
school.
don't realize.
Yeah, every
the little
school.
ones are not
I think every
protected from it.
yeah, I think it's everywhere.
Yeah.
You know.
And you know, you can, for all the positive social media and everything like that, it always just brings, it kind of conditions our kids, especially, to things that you think that, and a lot of it's conversations or the way adults would talk to each other, and not that it's right, but that's adults sometimes speak to each other differently. And then that filters down, and the younger ones, they see that, and it just accidentally becomes accepted.
Yeah.
And then people, like you say, they don't realize it, or they think that's, and like you said, no one's immune. You know, it's a big time problem. It's a small town problem. It's younger kids. It's
Yeah.
everyone. And,
It's everywhere,
and
yeah.
we just need to be mindful and just pause. And you know, I'm all for limiting social media.
Yeah.
You know, and I do social media a lot, but I'm all for limiting it. But I'm also all for adults need to be mindful of the things they do and say on social media.
No, I agree. Yeah.
Because you can accidentally be an example, not necessarily.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
These kids are sponges. They see, they know. They're so smart. The young ones are smart. People
I know.
forget that they're just, they're in their own little world, but yet they know what we're saying or what we're doing. They may not be eye contact, but they know.
Sure. And they're listening.
Yep.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. That's good. That's good. All right. This is also National Take Care Day. Okay. I expect all of my daughters to be calling at any moment.
Look,
Yeah.
yeah.
I like the idea.
My money's
I
on
like
Sally Sue. Will be
You
the
think
one
so? Yeah.
that'll
Yeah.
take you to lunch.
I think, yeah, maybe so.
But take your wallet.
There you go. Yeah, yeah. That's great. We'll take
Yeah.
you there, but you know you're gonna pay. Yeah, yeah. So, but I tell you what, with them, speaking of that, don't forget. And I don't want to forget. And we're going to talk about McDonald's, but use that app, saving
Yes.
money. Oh my goodness,
Oh,
I'm
can't go
completely in
wrong.
love with that app. You know?
Can't go wrong.
Yeah, yeah. My girls are all using it. They're just like, you get free stuff, you get free food, you know, what I mean, or you get it so cheap. You know what I mean? How could you not get it? You know what I mean? So good. Yeah, I really encourage everyone to use the app. I mean, it's such a good deal. Good deal. All right, we'll talk about that in a moment. Pulled pork day, I love it. Love it, love it. Do you?
Yes.
Renee? What about you?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a staple party every year.
Well, I know, and let me tell you something that I actually stole or took this from Disney, okay? You take a burger, take your hamburger, and you put pulled pork on it, and if you want to put a little slaw on it, I promise it is so good. I'm going to,
That's interesting because this year at the party, Grayson did that, and I was not sure.
no, Disney.
And he's like, "You need to absolutely do this," and he
Disney
said
is
it was
doing
just
it,
amazing.
and it was, you know how like
He
you're,
hadn't been to Disney, so I don't know what he got.
maybe they called him. Maybe
Yeah,
they
maybe
told him.
so,
Maybe
yeah.
they said,
Hey,
Grayson,
we need
what
to
should
know
we do?
this.
Grayson,
Yeah.
we're trying to come up with something to do.
Yeah.
What should we do? Put the pulled pork on a burger.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he said, gotta go back. I'm done. I gotta go back to my game.
Yeah,
Bye.
I'm busy.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for calling.
I don't know, but I'm telling you right now, it's a game changer. I'm going to do it at our big next family get together. I'm going to just set that out there and watch everybody because we're meat eaters. Just take just put some pulled pork on a burger, and if you want to make a cheeseburger, go ahead, whatever, and put maybe just a little slaw. Slaw's optional with my group. I have some to do, some to don't.
There's pulled pork, slaw, and dill pickles on a sandwich.
Oh, see, yeah.
Thank you.
And then if you put a burger, if you put
I am going to put a burger on that.
I can't wait. And I promise the taste, it's going to bring a different taste out like you didn't ever. Renee, have you ever done
I've
that?
never had them together.
I'm telling you, put it on there, and it's so good. I will not steer you wrong.
I mean,
Yeah.
maybe I should have listened this summer.
Yeah.
Because I walked away. I'm like, I can't do it.
No, he's on the
Can't do
subject.
it.
He's on the subject.
Yeah.
He's speaking truth. He's good, okay?
He is. Yeah.
That's good stuff. Anyway, so pulled pork day. So put some on a burger if you happen to have some, and you will not. I'm not going to steer you wrong. You're going to say thank you. Okay, I promise. I'll say thank you.
I
Stop.
will text you as soon as
Oh, I can't wait.
Like,
Yeah.
This is the best.
Well, just bring one over, okay?
Yeah.
And I'll eat it.
Yeah.
Better
'Cause,
yet,
the only
text,
pulled
bring
pork
the-
barbecue I ever get is Jeannie's.
Oh, well, Jeannie,
So,
yeah. And she
Make
will
a note of that.
Yeah, Jeannie, make some of that, and then Do a burger. I promise.
We're going down to her house, and we'll have pulled pork barbecue on the 29th, Jeannie.
Okay. And then just put a burger on there. I promise it. And then it's going to be a big old sandwich. Okay.
That's good.
And I'm telling you, you're going to be very happy. Okay. Stop America's violence everywhere today. Stop violence everywhere. And wouldn't that be a blessing?
Yes.
You know, that'd be. Let's see if we can stop that. World Arthritis Day. Arthritis Day. So, let's see. This is also Improve Your Home Office Week, National Fire Prevention Week. Which please remember, just be careful out there, and remember check your batteries for your. Let's see. National School Lunch Week. A lot of schools are out this week. National Pet Peeve Week. Got a pet peeve, friend? Renee, you got a pet peeve?
The tapping. Pencil tapping. We have a lot of it in first grade.
The pen clicking.
The pen
I'll be sitting in a
clicking.
meeting and there's somebody pen clicking. It's just like, everyone, pens down.
Yeah, it's so funny. I have a daughter that she can't stand chewing. And I promise, it just happens to be every time she calls me, I'm eating, okay? And it's not that I'm always eating, it's just every time she calls. And she's like, you're chewing. Well, because
Well, look,
I'm
Sally
eating,
Sue,
you know,
you're
I mean,
interrupting here. Yeah.
Either if you want to talk, we can wait till afterwards, or I can, finish, anyway, so like, go on. So then I have to do the mute while I chew, and then unmute when I go to respond back. Yeah, so she's like, no chewing, And then that slurping, like, soup, the soup, or cereal,
Yes.
or coffee,
Or a drink.
or Coke, like bread.
No, yeah. Well, I do have a.
I don't care. It don't bother me. I'm good. I'm good. I'll sit by whoever. Okay, I don't care. But it's funny people that are. Yeah.
So, I have a refrigerator in my office, which I
I
have
do know.
a good setup back
Yeah.
there. So,
Yeah.
I have a refrigerator in my office, and I put stuff in it. I have a variety, but I have things setting in it in a certain way, and if someone comes back there and I'm like, oh yeah, you want something to drink, and but they will like change their mind or move it to where it's like, why did you put that? I mean, it belongs in a certain place. So I have pet peeve about that. And you got to have the labels facing forward so people can read it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had people say, oh, I'll put some in there, and
They're just not.
Yeah.
They don't do the follow through. They don't.
it's
they
just
don't,
attention to detail, because you want whoever opens that up to be able to see what it is,
Absolutely.
and everything's together.
Right. I'd say my pet.
I know that sounds, but it's like,
No, it's important to him. It's those
like
little things. It's important to
little
me.
things.
Okay.
I want to see Coke
don't
Zero.
have
I don't
much.
want to see the back of the can that
Yeah.
goes how many calories it's got in it.
I-
I don't need to see that.
I have a teenager. I don't have very much. Okay.
Yes, this is my chance to
Yes.
organize the
This is really
refrigerator.
something I have.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
at home, no, you're lucky to, like,
I would.
no,
Yeah.
it's terrible.
Yeah. I probably have other pet peeves that I can't think of, but the one that I think of right now, we'll be starting into the holiday season, and when you watch Rudolph and Herbie wants to be the elf, he doesn't want to be an elf, he wants to be a dentist. That really bugs me because you were born an elf, you know the elf, you know the assignment, and you are an elf. And why that bothers me, I promise, I walk away not happy on that. It's
Well,
something
no,
that-
so I used to feel the same way, but let's do a
No,
deep dive into
Bradley,
this,
I know
okay?
you are. I know you are.
So
No,
the thing about
no.
it is, it's meant to be because he's the only one with that hair.
Lip hair. Well,
I mean, there's a lot of hair,
I like
yes.
blonde
So
hair.
he's the
You know
only
that.
one. So it's like, I mean, no. I
No,
mean, you cannot. He stands out anyway, and so why
You
not
think
do
he
what he
should be a
wants to?
dentist?
I think he should be a dentist.
No,
Well, there's no. Well, elves.
Renee
The
does.
main elf.
Dentist.
The main elf had a cavity, so
You
they
know
needed
what?
a dentist.
Okay, but you can be an elf dentist. You got to be an elf. You don't. I mean, you are an elf. You kind of got the assignment.
He didn't want to work as an elf. He wanted to still be an elf that was a dentist.
But when he's not doing dental work, he can actually be an elf. He can actually do some elf stuff. You are
Dennis
an
is
elf.
part-time job.
Yeah.
Elps is
Earn your
main
keep,
job.
elf. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
I mean,
you are an elf. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Take it, love it. You know what I mean? Bloom where you are planted. You are planted in the elf life. Be an elf, right? Be the best elf you can be.
but he was given a talent to do something else. You got to nurture that talent.
Yeah, but you couldn't be that. You couldn't be that.
I mean, he could have been in a boy band with that hair. You know?
This is true. This
Okay,
is true.
but anyway.
But he should be in an elf boy band, okay? If Santa has an elf band, you know.
So I would say that we've gone down a rabbit hole.
No, I know.
But
I know.
a conversation I was having with someone very near and dear to my heart, and they were like saying, I'm not going to go down a rabbit hole with this, but he got it wrong, and he's like, I'm not going to go down the bunny trail on this.
Don't do that when I have coffee.
So I think the elf conversation is a bunny trail.
Bunny
And I
trail.
was like, oh, so we're going skiing? And then they didn't understand my joke. Because the bunny trail is like for beginners,
yeah,
right?
definitely.
And
Yeah,
so
I got you.
So we're going to go skiing. What are you talking about?
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
So
yeah.
anyway.
Yeah. Well, and then now the word gaslighting is so, I mean, and they say that they're really trying to, people are using that so much now. They're trying to reel that back in.
Because it doesn't really have
Because it's out there, I mean, these are words.
And people use it for
like,
not
necessarily in the right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they just, just want to say that, and they don't actually use it in the right.
Yeah.
So,
Stop.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's our first fight. It's our first disagreement, but in the 29 years that we've known each other.
Turned away from me. Yeah.
I can't hear that.
I can't even.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get your T-shirt. You know that.
Now I'm gonna.
Yeah, think about that one all day long. Okay, ponder on that one. Now you.
No, I'm gonna be yelling at the TV. Becky, he needs to be a dentist.
No, he's an elf. What? I'm sorry. I have to leave the room when that happens because I'm just like, come on. You know that. You know your truth. Okay. All right, Renee, let's jump back into the happiest place on earth. Okay? McDonald's, I'm loving it. All right, so let's talk about, some new things coming out. Adult Happy Meals.
Those-
Oh, my goodness. They have just, gone crazy, right?
They have.
Yeah. So what was the reasoning? Explain a little bit. What was the, this was decided, let's try something different?
That I'm not sure.
Okay.
Because I didn't know that was coming out at first until I started getting some questions asked and stuff, and then done some research just to make sure, because some of the stuff is by location.
Yeah,
And make sure it was
yeah,
in
yeah.
our location
Yeah.
and stuff. So that it was a hit, because right now it's hard to get them. So if you do run onto them, grab them.
Yeah, I think it's something different. Why not? Let's try it.
Yep.
And of course, we know that the adult Happy Meals are a Big Mac meal. You can get a Big Mac meal, which
Thank you.
Big Mac 5.
and a toy.
And a
Oh
toy.
my goodness!
Yeah.
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 The
Oh,
boxes
absolutely.
are designed a little different. They're really pretty cool. They're very awesome. And I think McDonald's is always trying to do neat stuff. You know what I mean? Of course, we know right now we're going to talk about the different seasonals, the seasons that they have, and right now we're hitting that pumpkin spice,
Yes, we've got that going on
Oh, yeah.
and it's going to run out.
Yeah.
And when they are out,
The
they're
pumpkin
out.
cream pies.
now. Yes,
Oh.
the pies are out. The Galantes.
Yeah.
Yes.
The pumpkin, or is it?
Pumpkin cream.
Yes. Pumpkin.
Yeah.
Well,
So I
I
thought I
know.
got that right. I was like,
Trust me,
wait,
I know
it
this.
wasn't
Yeah,
just
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
because because you can remember years ago it was just pumpkin, right?
Yes.
And
Yeah.
so adding the cream, and thank you. Yeah, absolutely. I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
And I like the iced coffees are
Oh, yeah.
the way to go too.
Definitely. And you've got you've caramel, chocolate, whatever you want. You know what I mean? You just hot, cold, however you want it. Just get crazy. And then you also have sugar-free options too, which is nice for cutting. Maybe that watching the sugar intake. So that's a win-win, right?
Yep.
Right.
I'm not a big coffee person, so I hate the hot chocolate. But some people forget we do have the hot
I
chocolate.
forget about that. I guess. Yeah.
That's one of our go-tos.
Yeah. I
And then
forget that.
now Coke Zero.
Yeah.
I'm so happy.
Brad's
You
like-
made my day. Talking about I'm loving it.
Yeah,
It's like,
Brad's gonna.
and I'm gonna be like, and I'll take me a large Coke Zero. They're gonna be like, what?
Yeah. And the wonderful, what a blessing for us right here. And I don't know if other McDonald's do it, but I'm going to brag on Salem McDonald's. You get them for $1, any size, right? That's a drop the microphone,
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, it just goes together so good. So, okay, going back to the adult Happy Meals, so they are kind of like a high demand because they did go over so well.
Right.
So this is something that's good, right?
Right.
So marketing, yay.
Yes.
That's a marketing win.
And at least, though, with the time of the month and stuff, we're going into getting ready to start the pails. So if you can't, you don't get the Happy Meals in the new boxes and stuff, we've got the pails that's coming out.
Okay, all right.
And what is that?
Yeah.
They said this is the first time in 3 years that we've had them.
I agree. It's been a while.
It's been a
minute,
while.
yeah.
I've always get excited about the pails.
I do too.
We were raised on farm, and there were so many different ways, the big ice cream buckets.
Yeah.
So I get excited about the pails.
Yeah.
But they've got 3 different varieties, pictures on them and stuff, and the Happy Meal comes in it, and the kids can use them to gather up their candy, or you can use it as, to give out candy, and afterwards you can use it for storage, put them Legos in it, and cars, and all that kind of stuff.
It's a win. Total
Oh,
win
it
right there.
is. Yeah.
It just
Yeah.
keeps giving.
I love it. So, do you know, this might be putting you on the spot, but do you know what characters will be on the 3 pails?
I want to say it's the
I think I know.
the ghost, the skeleton, and a pumpkin. I think, or no, skeleton. It's the witch. I think the third one's the witch.
Maybe.
I'm not 100% sure. I think it's the ghost and the pumpkin.
Yeah. It's been a minute since we've had those, so I'm really happy. Back by popular demand. When did those come out?
I want to say the 18th,
Okay.
which is next week.
Yeah.
I think it's next Tuesday.
Yeah. Nice.
So if we don't stop and think, we're already in the middle of October.
I know.
It's just flying.
When did that happen? Who said that could
But
happen?
the good thing about time going quickly is that means we're closer to spring.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Will you stop? I'm enjoying this beautiful. We are so blessed.
I'm enjoying this
We
weather.
are so blessed. Come on.
Yes.
This is like, if we don't, I've said this every day on Coffee Club. I
Yeah.
know I'm a broken record on that, but I can't stop because I just want everybody to take this in.
Yeah.
We have not had this, where it's just like this for a long time.
And the good thing is that, normally this type of temperature, this time of year, we're getting more rain and stuff like that. So we're having like 72, 75 degree days, 40 at night, sun all the way through, not rain, not have to worry about stuff, which I know the downside. Well, the positive side is the farmers can get the crops in
Yes.
and not have to fight the
Right.
weather. So
Right.
you don't have to worry about that. But there is like burn ban, stuff like that. But this weather is just beautiful. And I'm with you, Becky. I'm a summer guy, but it's been beautiful
These leaves, and
weather.
I know your home, and I know your home has to be just gorgeous.
It's
Those
the leaves.
yes.
Yeah.
And
And
if
you see them longer.
yes, and
Yeah,
if you
yeah.
drive through, and I
Yeah, because
The
having
rain
the
really
rain
knocks
knocks
them off.
It's
them off.
beautiful.
Yeah.
And if you drive through Borden, I mean,
Yeah.
you just literally need to pull
Yeah.
over just to look. You know what I mean?
And
Or-
I think I've seen a lot more different colors this year
Me too.
than normal.
That's
It seems like there's a lot
Yeah.
more reds and I love that vibrant orangey yellow
Oh, I do too.
color in the trees.
Yeah.
Speaking of rain, have you seen the moon the last couple
Oh,
nights?
absolutely. Yeah.
Great.
It's just got that October.
It's just beautiful. We are so blessed right
So
now.
the weather is good.
Yeah, and then I saw actually a bush, and it was so red. I mean, it was so. I mean, the colors were so. I mean, it looked almost like it was like not even real. It was so beautiful. And I saw someone, and I thought this was cute. You take if you have little ones, you take like tape and you put it on their wrist, and you take a nature walk, and you take like leaves and you put it on the tape, and then when they get through, they have a nature bracelet. Oh, and I thought that's teaching, do you remember like in preschool and school, like taking, or Sunday school even, like taking walks? I remember one of the Sunday school teachers taking walks with little and showing them, of course, all of these leaves and how beautiful this is and how blessed we are, stopping and seeing that. I thought that was a really cool idea. And then, the kids were all excited at the end because they, had the
That's a great idea.
yeah. So, and of course those green things that fall that are supposed to keep spiders away, those are going strong. They're not pawpaws. What are those things? Remember we talked about this before. They keep spiders away. The big green things. Probably usually
They're like softball size.
yeah,
and they almost look like a gourd. They got all this stuff on them.
Yeah, but they keep
Yeah,
they're supposed to keep the spiders away. So anytime you keep a spider away, that's a good thing. Yeah. All right. I don't like spiders and snakes.
That's true. So I have a question. How often does the McRib come around?
That's what I was going to say. It's supposed to hit this month.
Giddy up! Banner
That
Day.
word
'Cause
yesterday.
I'm a naturalist. I'm a Big Mac and Fry guy,
Yeah, I know.
but
Mhm.
the McRib is
You
just
got to
like,
make, yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
yes. And I've had people say, well, why don't we get one and split it?
Oh, who says that? Who are you hanging around with?
The wrong people.
Stay
apparently.
away.
The
Stay
wrong
away.
people, apparently. Or they say, I'm not sure if I like a McRib. No. It is, you love it,
Yeah.
or don't talk to me right
Yeah,
now.
yeah,
You know?
yeah.
No,
yeah.
but in all seriousness, I love those things. And one of my friends, Nathan, years ago, he was always like, hey, McRibs are back. Like tomorrow, you know, we'd do a countdown, and then we worked different places, but we'd meet McDonald's for lunch. The first day the McRib was in, you know, it was just like, well, I'll see you tonight at dinner. You know, I mean, you can't go wrong.
Okay, and then, you know, you pick it up. Okay, so you pick up the McRib. Okay, I have a little bit of, I need to do like I guess a little bit of a video on this. You have to commit to it. Okay, because,
Well, yes.
You know what I mean? So you pick it up and you're eating it, and then whenever that sauce kind of drips out, the sauce, you know what I mean, and it's all over
And the
you.
right onions and the pickles.
Pickle. Yes. Yes.
And if you want a McRib that you don't know all that stuff's there, it's not a McRib.
Yeah.
McDonald's does it right.
Yeah.
Lots of sauce, lots of pickles, lots of onions.
I ain't even mad.
Perfect. And it's a 4 or 5 napkin one, but it's heaven.
Well, and then, you know, I ain't even mad when my McRib, you know, so when you bite in it and that sauce drips into my carton, and then I just sweep it right back up. I just go back and take that McRib and just take it right back in. You know what I mean? I ain't even mad about all that.
No.
I'm just like...
No. That's how you know McDonald's loves you.
If I see him sitting there, he'll have his McRib, his golden fries, and his Coke Zero. Don't bother him.
Yeah, don't tell me hi. Just don't ask for anything out there, you know. Because I will be very friendly because I'll be in my happy place.
That's it.
Right there, you know.
Oh, happy.
Sauce flying.
Yeah.
Exactly right. You know, and just like on Friends, Joey don't share food. Bradley doesn't share food. I will buy you your own, but I'm not going to share what I
But I normally don't get the chance, you know. Like, if I make food, I normally get, like, the spoonful left.
Yeah, right.
So I have to go to McDonald's and eat on my own,
It's the
you
little
know.
things, yeah.
Where are you at? I'm in McDonald's drive-thru. Well, aren't you on the way home to eat? Yeah, but I'm not going to get to eat. So,
So I'm at McDonald's,
I'm prepared.
yeah. Well, I think, so glad to hear that. So we have the McRib. These are big announcements here. McRib is going to be back this month. We've got new pails going to be coming out for Halloween, which are really awesome, and I love those. And we've also got the pumpkin spice and then the pumpkin pie.
Right, and we still have the specials, you know, where you buy one, get one for $1. You got the McDoubles, McChickens, the nuggets, I want to say the quarter pounder. So there's, you know, October's big.
Yeah, definitely. And you know, McDonald's is something that's really pretty cool. I've seen I've seen people like take their weddings, like taking a wedding and making like a McNugget, you know, like cake, you know, like if you take a mound of McNuggets. I've seen this done. You know what I mean? Where people have done this stuff. There's, you know, this is like good stuff to be doing, you know? These are ideas, right?
Yeah.
And if that's something...
We could turn the play place into a chapel back there.
Oh my God.
There you go.
I'd be there. I'll throw rice.
Well, we can get married at the Walmart like people like to do and then have the reception at McDonald's.
There we are.
I love that.
I mean, that
would be gold.
Well, one thing that impresses me with McDonald's, and we talk about this all the time, is, you know, we talk about the drinks, you know, $1 drinks and stuff, but you're buy one, get one for $1. You know, there's a lot of places that if you go through the drive-thru, the prices have went up a lot. And everybody's raising prices, but you can still go to McDonald's and get a good amount of food and still not destroy the budget.
Right.
And you know, the specials you run and things like that. And so I think that's one thing that people have got to understand. That's a win right there. You know,
definitely.
Great food, but it's a win. And so it makes a difference, especially if you've got 3 or 4 kids, or you've got one that eats for 3, you know, things like that. You know, it really is.
Yeah, well, you know, and then when you go through that, you know, and okay, whoever you are, if you're the mom, the grandma, the aunt, uncle, whoever's doing the food, whoever's the food cooking person, or whatever you want to call it, the chef, you know, and you don't have time. You don't have time to grab, you know, you didn't get something laid out, you know, and I was that person, and I'd always like, oh my goodness, what am I going to do? And then when you go through and you do the big order, which, you know what I mean, I even, when all the girls were home, I would call in advance. because I did have such a big order because I had so many kids, right? And then of course they would have friends, so we'd have a lot of food there. So it's so nice when you go through that drive-through and when they hand you that bag and that smile, or have a great day, or or they compliment you on something, or just just so pleasant.
Or
And
they know you by name. You
Yeah,
know, it's like
and
there's
you're-
people there that's just like, "Hey, Brad, how you doing today?"
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, and and then one said, just precious, beautiful words, very sweet, and I'm just, that was very kind. And then as a mom, or I'm gonna say mom, you dad, aunt, uncle, whoever. Okay, but as me personally, as a mom, in my head, I'm like thinking, rushing, trying to get this food, and when they give me that smile, hand me that bag, and say, "Have a great day," or "Enjoy," or something like that. It's just like I'm realizing, oh, what a blessing, and you're helping me take care of my family.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's a big thing. You gathered all that, you put all that together to feed my family. That's like, I always was very appreciative of that. I was like, of course, I paid for it, but it's still, you're doing it. You know what I mean? And I'm going to come in and I'm going to be the MVP of the household when I walk in that bag.
And it helps you get that breath. Everything's so hectic.
Yeah.
Not having to stand at the stove, it gives you that breath. Gives you a little bit of time more with the kids or whatever. I mean, it's a big help.
It is. And when you're, like you're saying, when you're cooking and you have practices or you have games or whatever you're doing, or meetings or whatever, and you're trying to hurry, and everybody's like, when's it going to be done? We talked about that, where you have snacking, so much snacking going on, whatever, and you're trying your best to get it done quickly. And it's nice whenever you can actually have it done for you, put it, and I'm a big have supper together. So we put the the food on the table, and I didn't have to clean up some breeze,
Yeah.
And
you're right. That's that family time, and like you said, you can just take a breath and sit down and enjoy it that way. And like I'll use last night at my house, for example. I was making food, but it wasn't all done at the same time. So Grayson is getting this and eats that, but at the same time. But going through the drive-through, even taking it home, it's all right there together.
Yeah.
You're done together, boom, and then you're not cleaning up pans and stuff. So.
Right. Well, and then usually you can kind of have more family time,
Yes.
because you are, and you're, it's there, you can actually enjoy each other, whereas when you're cooking, it's like, get out of the kitchen, I'm not done yet.
I think the worst letdown is after you get done cooking, it's like time's got away from you or something took longer, and then there's not time to eat because you're already late.
Yeah.
And there's the food still sitting there, and so everything's not. So
Right.
Where they eat, and it's just like, did you enjoy that?
do you remember the bite you took?
Like, but you have that conversation.
Yeah.
You have the conversation when you've got, you're sitting there with the fries and talking about your favorite way. But,
Yeah.
I mean, it's a win.
Let me tell you conversations at my house. Okay, are you eating all those fries? You got your fries with it? Are you done with that? I call, if you don't eat all those fries, I call those fries. You mean that? Things that were heard at my supper table, okay?
Yeah, I just get the look of, I see you're eyeing my fries, and you want the rest of these? Well, I mean, if you're not going to eat them.
Yeah, well, I am eating them, and in the middle of eating them, you know what I mean? Yeah. So, that was always at our house.
My favorite discussions are if you have nuggets, everybody at the table wants a different sauce.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's true. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, it's very good. Yeah.
And you can have barbecue sauce in the refrigerator, but it's not the same as what's in the cup.
Yeah.
It's really not.
No, it's
like,
not. Yeah.
But I'm telling you, anybody, listen, trust me.
Yeah.
Trust me on this.
Yeah.
10-piece nugget, get hot mustard and sweet and sour, and dip in both for each nugget. You will thank me. I promise you.
Probably people are just going to walk up to you and start saying thank you. You're not going to have any idea what.
No, I'll know.
You know.
You know. Yeah. I mean, I'm
you see the
telling
look
you,
in their
it's
eyes.
like-
Yeah, they're happy.
But if you don't have that, barbecue will work.
That is great, yeah. Well, okay, let's talk about some other things going on with McDonald's because, with and I've been talking lately, and I don't want to keep talking about some of it, but some of the menu items changed. There were some of the different things they, were changing around a little bit. Are we seeing anything come back, or some of the stuff that hasn't come back yet?
As far as menu wise, I haven't heard anything other than that asked for, the activities. We're back open in the play plays.
Exactly.
They've got the senior bingo going on Wednesday mornings.
That's so
It's
nice.
9 to 10. And they do have that
So
back.
you still have time to go, yeah.
And they have that back in the play place area, so they're kind of got their own little area where they can have fun and stuff.
That's great.
And then they also have now on Tuesdays from 2 to 5 senior discounts. So it's 25% off their purchase.
That's wonderful.
And then, of course, we've got the parties going back and stuff. So with that, at least the activities were picking up.
Yeah. We had a birthday party at McDonald's, and my daughter said, "Can we bring Renee home with us? Can we have Renee with us?" I was like, "Well, I don't think Renee's included."
Yes, that's not.
McDonald's does not
yeah.
guarantee you that you're going to get Renee.
Yes.
I'm not in the Happy Meal.
They love you so much, and you were so good. And I really want to put my stamp of approval. It's the way to go, because especially, we are very blessed with our weather, but you never know what the weather's going to be, hot, cold, or entertainment. And Bradley, I can't tell you enough how exciting the kids were. So excited. It was such a win, because you have the play area, which right there, if you rented a bouncy house or you're renting something,
Yeah.
or whatever you're going to do, whatever entertainment you're going to do.
Yeah.
Or a clown if you rented somebody, something like that. So you have the play area, your food, and it includes the Happy Meals or the meals, and then your ice cream and cake, and the cake is, okay, see, remember, Renee, before the birthday party, I kept, on TikTok, they talk about if you can get a McDonald's cake, these cakes are like none other, okay? This is a big deal to get a McDonald's cake. And so I was super excited. So we got a vanilla and a chocolate, and I'm telling you right now,
Sure, it's here for the cake.
It's
Well,
true,
the
Bradley,
thing
it's
about
so
that, anybody who's planned a birthday party for kids, and when you have more than 3 kids at this thing, it's tough.
Oh, definitely.
So how awesome is it that you guys will do everything, think about everything, and just make it so easy. And again, that you get to, the person planning the party normally doesn't get to enjoy the party. And
Renee did it all. She was so good. She was so, I have to, she was a rock star. She did everything. She had it all under. We had games. We had the actual play area. We had food. And the parents loved it. The parents loved it because they could sit.
So can I get my birthday
yes,
party in
probably.
January?
We need to have your party.
You guys throw me a McDonald's
Let's
birthday
do
party.
that,
See?
Renee. We'll
Yeah.
do that.
See?
Yeah.
She's fine.
Yeah.
And see, we also give the birthday child gets a gift, and then there's goodie bags for the kids. That's all in there too.
And I want to say her gifts, Renee buys.
Yeah, I do. I personalize them. I talk to the person to find out what they're
buys
doing.
good gifts.
That's
Yeah,
well
no,
done.
that's
the way
We
to
normally
do it.
sneak over to Walmart.
Yeah.
Well, that's
That's where we get our gifts.
My daughter was like, that's above and beyond.
Oh, yeah,
for
that
her to
is.
personally buy, a gift. That was just, Renee, and that was good.
And we have made one change since
Okay.
yours, because now for the hour that the party is, we shut down the play place now.
Okay.
So it is for the people who's actually at the party,
Okay,
Oh,
that's
that's
nice.
good.
That's very nice. Yeah.
and it's all still is for $75,
Yeah. It's the
and
way to
that's
go.
up to 10 kids.
Yeah,
After the 10 kids, it's 5
you
apiece.
can't throw a party at home for twice
So-
that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And not even do it upright like
yeah.
that. Not have a play place. And,
Yeah. Bradley,
that's
we'll let
amazing.
you invite a few of your friends.
Okay.
And we will have you a party at McDonald's. Oh my God.
We
That'd
didn't
be
even
so
have.
much fun.
We didn't. Becky taught me a long time ago that when it comes to birthdays and stuff, and people make you a cake or you get a cake or something, you always eat the cake, regardless of if you're dieting or doing whatever. You always eat the cake. So we don't have to have the play place, but I'll show up for
We
the
have the
cake.
cake. We have to have the cake.
I'll have a T-shirt that says "Where's the cake?"
Where's the cake? I'm here for the cake.
'cause that's,
Here for the cake. Absolutely. I'm telling you, at
and this is a
McDonald's.
milestone year for me. I'll be 49, so this is.
Look at that! There's some people who just went off the road if they were driving. All right, yeah. Bradley's big one.
Yeah.
I'm telling you though that and it's funny because the big hype was the cakes, and I love TikTok, and they're like, and this is everywhere, like if you find a McDonald's cake, I'm telling you, they are that good. They are really good. McDonald's cake is so good, and then so after you have your meal and then you have cake and ice cream, I'm telling you, it's fantastic. And then the wonderful thing about it was, okay, so we load up his toys in the car, and we leave. We had nothing. No, I mean, there wasn't any take down, tear down. You know, I mean, there wasn't. No, I mean, easy peasy lemon squeezy. I mean, it was like gold. I mean, there wasn't anything to do. Renee did it all.
That's a win.
Yeah, Renee's like, don't tell me there wasn't anything to do.
Yeah. No, but I mean, and so that's important. That's important, you know, with
people having the birthday party.
People get busier and busier.
Yeah.
And so that's a great service for our community.
It's
that's amazing. And it's thoughtful, Renee. That's just awesome. You're talking about how you personalize things, and I mean, that's true. That's awesome.
Yeah, and for the families, you know what I mean? And then you go back home. I mean, like, let's go over a birthday party, you know, and I've done this for years. That, you know, like when you go to plan a birthday party, you know, you go crazy to get your house cleaned up, right? And then you have to plan an event of what kind of activities are you going to have. You're going to have games, activities, because I love them to do that. Then you have cake, and then there's, you know, usually you try to do some kind of food, you know, and then everybody comes. And then honestly, you're really not a whole lot. And I've noticed this. It didn't dawn on me. I'm not really spending a lot of time with the birthday child, my child.
No.
You know what I mean? Really, because I'm like, you know, trying to, you know, rush around. And then when the party starts, you have all of these kids that you're responsible for. So you're really not spending that one-on-one time with your child. You know what I mean?
That's why I say that regardless what the party is, like you're saying, especially there, the person throwing the party normally doesn't get to enjoy the party.
No, that's what I mean. You don't. It's just, you know, you're so busy doing other stuff. And, you know, and then whenever you have it at McDonald's, and Renee's doing that. Renee's bringing the food out. Renee's bringing the ice cream to the table. Renee's bringing the cake to the table. Renee's, you know, doing all this. And so you're actually getting to visit and to enjoy and play with the kids.
You want to enjoy it, and you want to look forward to the next party. If you have to do all of that at home, you get to where you despise big events like that. And that's not, you know, this should be happy, and it should be loving and fun, and that's just a little bit something that we can help with.
Yeah. Well, and the last child that leaves, you know what I mean, you know, afterwards, then you're so tired, and then you have all that cleanup you have to do. I mean, right? You know what I mean? And you have all that to do and to pick up and clean up, and, you know, and this was a breeze. We walked out. Toys in our hand, put them in the car, and happy smile face. This is the way to go. It was a win.
Yeah.
Oh,
Absolutely.
Win. So
Absolutely.
I just really want, I'm not trying to be cheesy with this. I just really want other people to have this knowledge and information, because I don't want somebody to say, I didn't know about it, you know, because it's such a blessing, and we are very blessed that we have this. And we have a wonderful McDonald's. And McDonald's is always involved in the community. You guys,
Absolutely.
And we're very blessed to have that.
Yes.
That's one thing that we really want to be involved. So if there's any time, you know, anybody can think of ways that we can help, please let us know.
And you do. You guys are really
It's hard to keep up on all of them.
Yeah.
so that's the, you know, people will come to us as well.
Yeah.
And I do kind of understand, you know, large corporations that come into a small community a lot of times, and, you know, we get that a little bit too. But I think it's all about the approach, and I think that that's one thing that sets you guys apart, and people need to understand is, yes, it's a McDonald's corporation, it's a McDonald's, you know, everybody knows the large corporation, but you guys run our McDonald's like it's the only McDonald's in the world, like it's a restaurant just in Salem, Indiana. And you have the advantages of all the stuff you can get being corporate, but you do those things and give back to the community. And there's a lot of times that you guys give quietly, and there's a lot to be said about that. And so I think that's important to understand. It's a reference. You can take any group, and but hats off to being so community-minded. I think that's important.
Yeah.
Just that kind of led up to on November the 11th, we do the teachers' nights, and we're trying to work with some of them and try to get some of them going. But on November the 11th, we are helping try to get some money in for the canine unit. The dog they're retiring him, and so we're doing a fundraiser. There will be some officers that come in and help, like the teachers do, do the work and stuff. And for the 3 hours, then they get a percentage of what's made to go back towards that.
And what's it called?
We're just in the process of getting it going and stuff, but I was kind of calling it McOfficers Night,
Oh, I
but
love that.
it's where everything will be to help get the canine. Because there's a lot of money involved on purchasing and training,
absolutely,
and then they also have to get the car prepared and ready for the canine
Walmart's
and
actually
stuff.
helped do one before. You guys were rough. Yeah, so it's nice that McDonald's is involved. And I say we're very blessed to have Walmart and McDonald's. You guys are powerhouses, and you know you're global, but right here you're local. And this right here, I mean, you can find, hometown people at Walmart. You find hometown people at our McDonald's, and you guys, from the top up, and that's where we're so blessed to have this. Yeah, I mean, you can come in and you can tell, like for the officer, for the officers helping out the community, and this will be a win for our community. And McDonald's or Walmart did it too, and now McDonald's is doing. You guys are rock stars.
So because I want to make sure that I participate.
I won't have anything.
Yeah, it's a win going to McDonald's. You know what I mean?
I'll be there.
It's not a sacrifice, but
Yeah.
it's a good
No,
thing.
no.
But I think that's important. I think that sometimes it's okay to do things like quietly and things like that. But every once in a while, people need to understand that, hey, support this business because McDonald's is out there in the community doing things that you don't even know about, and I think that's very important. And it's a win getting a McRib or a Big Mac or 50
Coke
Nuggets.
Zero.
I'm telling you, Coke Zero. I'm so excited. You made my day. I've got one meeting this morning after this, and then I'm going to go home. And guess where I'm going to go before I go home? I'm going to go get a Coke Zero because I guarantee you in my meeting, everybody in the region is going to know that the Salem McDonald's now has Coke Zero.
Oh, I definitely think that needs to be. Yeah, and I'm sorry in your area if you don't have it because we are very
Yes,
blessed.
I am so sorry.
What is it, the land of milk and honey over here?
Yes. That after your long, boring meeting, you have to settle for something else. But I'm going to the Salem McDonald's, and I'm getting a Coke Zero and probably a lot of other great stuff.
Oh, yeah. Well,
That's kind of bad, but
no, it's good. It's good. No, it's a good thing. Well, Renee, time's going by so fast, so please come back and visit us and keep up the great work at McDonald's.
Sure, appreciate you having us.
Yeah, you guys are fantastic, and the whole team. I started to start naming names because I know a lot of their names and everything, but I don't want to leave anybody out. But I do appreciate so much, and I say this behind your back. I appreciate the smiles through the drive-thru. I appreciate the kind words, and I appreciate the attitude of the folks at McDonald's. And you guys are really good.
We're truly blessed to have a good team.
Definitely.
Now, wait, one more thing. Speaking of things that have changed, you're back to 24 hours on what nights? Is that right?
Friday and Saturday nights.
Okay.
It's for the weekends, which
So
is
after
ideal
ball
for the
games or
games.
whatever you're
Yes.
doing, yeah.
Yes.
So that's
Yeah.
a good one.
Another recovery from COVID.
Yeah,
There we go.
that's
Love
getting there.
a win. Right there. Yeah,
All
absolutely.
right, Bradley, let's thank our sponsor.
Real quick with us,
Oh, yes.
this Saturday we've got our UTV and Jeep run with Walmart.
Oh, okay.
It's all going to Riley Hospital.
Love that.
You can get a hold of the information on our Salem Walmart Facebook page and get a hold of that. And then, so that's going to be, again, to Riley, and you know how serious this community is about Riley. So that is coming up. So. And then we want to thank our sponsors, Meadowview Healthcare, Walmart, Salem Crossing, Hoosier Upland, Celebrity Home Loans, Dr. Blackside Associates, Dr. Mindy Gunn, and Fox 3 Wealth Management.
Coffee Club, I'm loving it.
Absolutely.
Remember when you had your birthday party at McDonald's, playing with your family and friends, enjoying cake and that one-of-a-kind McDonald's food and drink? If you're looking for a fun and safe place to have a party for your children or grandchildren, look no further. Party time is back at McDonald's right here in Salem, Mitchell, and West Baden. That's right, hosted birthday parties are back, baby. Call event coordinator Renee Lewis at 812-788-0126 to schedule your birthday for Salem, Mitchell, or West Baden today. The party includes food and drink for up to 10 guests with your choice of white or chocolate cake, ice cream for each child, a gift for the birthday boy or girl, goodie bags for each child, and a festive decorated party area. Parties at Salem allow children to play, while the McDonald's in Mitchell and West Baden will feature age-appropriate games. Let McDonald's make your child's next birthday party stress-free for you and fun for them. Call Renee at 812-788-0126 today and get your next party on the schedule at McDonald's.
This is Melissa Jeremiah with Hoosier Uplands Home Health Care and Hospice. Our professionals are available at 812-849-4447 to answer any questions you have regarding home health care or hospice. The summer heat is upon us. When working outdoors, make sure and stay hydrated. Also check on your neighbors who are homebound. Consider donating a fan or window unit to those who are without. Our family at Hoosier Uplands wishes you a safe summer.
Coffee with friends, family dinners, watching the grandkids play soccer on Saturdays, church on Sundays. Sounds pretty normal.
Conservative, heterosexual, gun-toting, football-loving, evangelical Christian white men. In other words, the two most dangerous men in America, Rick and Bubba.
Here we come, 6 minutes past the hour. Thank you for being with us. Wslm Still and Play having his fun Wednesday Bible study back today. Genesis 40, we'll walk through that. Some tough questions in that one. So we'll go through that today as we walk through the book of Genesis. We've been doing that for month number 10 now. It'll be live at noon Central, 1 o'clock Eastern on our YouTube channel. If you are a subscriber, you'll get an alert that that's taking place. And then it'll be archived soon after if you want to grab it on your own time. And that's what most of you do. You can do that as well, either on our YouTube channel or our podcast archives. Bubba, welcome back for a brand new hour.
Rick, glad to be here, and thank all of you for joining.
Phone calls are still standing by, and we didn't get many of those in last hour, and we'll get more of your comments. You can join us, too, if you'd like to. Blazing Silverman will get your phone calls ready to go. Let's go to Terry. Terry, welcome to Rick and Bubba. How are you today?
Hey, I'm doing great, thanks.
Thanks for listening.
First of all, yes, that was a good conversation with the last guy from Rucker. I'm not too far from there. I wanted to ask you guys if, because you have far more knowledge than I do about the subject, biblically, what is happening in fulfillment of prophecy, as well as the climate of this world, do you guys really think we'll see another presidential election?
Well, that's one of those things that I don't ever want to move past what Scripture has spoken to clearly, because it's been spoken to clearly. Mm-hmm. And Christ told us that nobody knows the day, nobody knows the time, and nobody knows the hour. But there's birth pains that can help you on when this thing is drawing. You have to think to yourself. When you're talking about prophecy, you're talking about Scripture, you're not talking about the United States of America only. You're talking about the whole world.
Right.
And the center of the universe, I hate to break this to Americans, isn't the United States of America. I have been to the center of the universe, and it's called Israel. You need to keep an eye on them when we're talking about what's going on. We're really not that big a player in the end times. You could even argue that we've already done our part by being the first ones who said Israel is a nation. And that was prophecy that had to be fulfilled before Christ would return.
1949.
Yeah, and since then, we've just kind of been hanging out and funding the advancement of the gospel to the rest of the world. And that's been the main role that we have done as far as the kingdom of God is concerned. So I'm real careful about staying away from getting real specific, because Jesus told me not to. And he said that you need to worry about today. Tomorrow has all the trouble that you need, and you're not guaranteed tomorrow. If I die today, I'm going to face the Lord, and it really won't matter who gets elected in the presidential election or when they build the temple. Because I'm going to face the Lord that day. So I just always stay in the mindset that I'm closer to his return or my death today than I was yesterday, and I normally don't move ahead of that.
I know when we saw Hal Lindsey, Hal Lindsey? Yeah, that did 1984, the Countdown to Armageddon.
Okay.
You remember when you saw that, you were pretty much so walking out of the theater that you never get out of the 80s.
That's true, yeah.
And he had all the facts to back it up. But, I think, again, you can tell the season and, birth pains. And as Rick said, I think it's real dangerous to go much further than that. but we know that Israel had to be restored as a nation, and they have been. There's also indications, at least the way I read it, that the temple has to be rebuilt, which it has not been yet. But again, you could get into some theological debate about that. So I think the main thing is that we live every day, and that's something that I had to deal with a little bit recently, is to remember that.
Yeah.
So I think that's wise advice, and if we see a presidential election or not, what are we doing today?
Yeah, and I think a lot of times what we do, and I'm not talking about you, Jerry, so this is not directed at you. I'm talking about human beings in our fallen state, because I don't know how you live your life, and I won't pretend that I do. But I think that, because I remember having these feelings when I was younger, I really would like to know when Jesus is coming back so I can get my act together before he does. But I'm going to push it to the end and live like I want to live, and hopefully right before the clock runs out, I'm going to try to get my act together so I won't go to hell. And I think some of that is a pursuit of what do I need to do? But I think we need to, he said, make disciples. And you do that till I come back. And don't let me catch you, by the way, coming back and you not be doing that. Now, he had analogy after analogy after analogy, not to the lost. The lost is real simple, repent or perish. Now, let me talk to all of you that claim that you've repented and have been redeemed. Everything else I'm talking about is about y'all. And I told y'all to be doing my work until I come back. And it won't be good if I come back and I catch you not doing what I told you to do. That's not going to be a good indicator. You don't want to dread me coming back. You want to look forward to me coming back. So I realized that if I'll just do what he told me to do, I really don't have time for much else. And so but it is interesting. I don't mind talking about it, but it is that we are headed to the end. But think about what Bubba said. Can you imagine, Terry, if we were alive during World War II and some few people still work? Can you imagine? You've got a evil man trying to eradicate God's chosen people from the earth. You've got the whole world in a war. I mean, I would have been thinking, we will never see. I mean, Christ is coming back. This is the end. I mean, this has to be the end. And it wasn't. But you know why? Because Satan